This video shows how to make an ID business card holder in 10 minutes. The supplies that you'll need include 2 pieces of main fabric that's 5 inches wide by 7 inches long, fusible interfacing that's 4.5 inches wide by 6.5 inches long, 2 pieces for the pocket fabric that's 5 inches wide by 6 inches long, and fusible interfacing that's 4.5 inches wide by 5.5 inches long. You'll also need a tape measure, some pins, scissors, thread, and a sewing machine. An important sewing note I'd like to include at this time is I have found over time that using some items that are used during the quilting process have been very helpful to me, and those include a rotary cutter, a self-healing cutting mat, an 18-inch ruler, and a 4-inch clear ruler that makes it a lot easier to cut straight lines without using scissors for those precise precision cuts. You can find more information about those supplies that are included in the description of this video. These are the 4 pieces of fabric that will be used to make this ID wallet. One of the pieces on the top will be used as the outer fabric, and then the other piece of fabric will be used as the liner for the pockets. The 2 pieces on the bottom represent the pocket pieces. This picture illustrates how fusible interfacing has been ironed onto the wrong side of the fabric. The term fusible comes from the ability of the interfacing to be joined with the fabric using heat as a process to make them fuse or come together. Make sure you follow the instructions for the interfacing that you are using to make sure that you're not using too hot an iron, or if there are other special instructions for using that particular type of interfacing. Place one of the fabric pieces right side up. Fold each of the 2 6-inch pocket pieces in half, which will provide you with dimensions that are 5 inches wide by 3 inches long. Press the pocket pieces with an iron. Top stitch the pocket pieces along the fold line using a 1/8 inch seam allowance and a stitch length of between 3 and 3.5 millimeters. Place the pocket pieces with the folded ends facing towards the main fabric center. The raw edges should be facing outward. Now baste around the pocket's edges with a 1/8 inch seam allowance using a 4 to 5 millimeter stitch length. This picture illustrates how the pockets have been basted against the main fabric. Place the remaining fabric with the right side facing down over the pockets. Use clips to ready the layers for sewing, leaving a 2 to 3 inch opening along one of the long sides of the piece. Stitch around the edge of the fabric using a 0.25 inch or 1/4 inch seam allowance, making sure that you keep a 2 to 3 inch opening along the top edge of the fabric. Turn the fabric inside out, press, and then top stitch with a 1/4 inch seam allowance using a 3 to 3.5 millimeter stitch length. This photo represents several ID card holders and business card holders that I've made over the past couple of weeks that I'll be giving away as Christmas presents. This presentation demonstrates how to make an ID or business card holder in 10 minutes with easy-to-follow instructions. The ID business card holder has 2 card slots for an ID and/or business cards. Its final dimensions are 4 inches wide by 3 inches high. It also makes a great, appealing, and inexpensive gift that you can make for less than $5 with just the right fabric. It easily fits in a front pants pocket, skirt, or purse of any size. So for other easy beginner sewing projects like these, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sewing with Desi. By doing so, you will receive notification whenever I upload new beginner sewing videos.